Hey guys, welcome back. This is Chosen Architect, and today we're going to be making this awesome jetpack. Very easy, and also getting ourselves set up with some thermal expansion stuff. Hopefully you guys are ready. Alright guys, so we are here with System and Jancy today, and I think today we're going to be working on a jetpack, getting ourselves one of the first jetpacks. And if we take a look at the jetpack, you can see we do have a few options for jetpacks. And eventually I want to get the Flux Infused jetpack and eventually get all the way up to there. But it looks like the simple jetpacks does work with thermal expansion. So it is kind of produced along those lines. So the first one is the Leadstone jetpack. And we do have an energy infuser to charge this thing, so it should not be that difficult. But we should be able to make this Leadstone jetpack in no time flat. And maybe even make some kind of custom particles for it and see what we can do. But yeah, this thing is really easy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and get all the things required. Get this thing made up and be right back. Alright, so I went ahead and got everything for this to make it. And bam! We have ourselves a Leadstone jetpack. Awesome. So this guy is pretty weak, I must say. As far as I know, there was no quest for this. But it is a pretty weak thing. I do have this capacitor, which will actually charge this guy later on. Right now, I have it upgraded just to the first tier upgrade, and it can pump in 105 RF per tick into this thing. So this thing doesn't actually hold that much power, whereas this flux capacitor actually holds 1 million, and this does require a flux capacitor to run. Now, we should easily be able to upgrade to these hardens. Actually, this requires a reactant dynamo. Each one of those requires something different. But yeah, this doesn't take that long to charge, and this is better than having no flight at all. So, once I get this in here, it should be almost completely charged. Bam, we're good to go. Alright, so this thing's also cool. If you hit V, you can change this thing. It says charging worn items. This is charging equipment. And charging held items. So I'll leave it to charging worn items, because this is an item that is worn. And we now have a jetpack. Wow, this is awesome. This totally beats not having the ability to fly around. So now with the slime boots, this is a very efficient get up we got going on here. Oh wow, okay, I think say. He is setting up. System is starting to work on getting a few things going here. It looks like he's getting automated sand, gravel, and dust going, as far as I remember. Because I think this can do dust. Yes, I do remember correctly. I'm not quite sure though. It does give some weird outputs, but I'm gonna leave that for him to go over. But yeah, we're going to start working on a few other things now that we have this jetpack all in line. You can see that it is staying pretty well charged. This guy should be charging it. You would hope. It is part of its mod. Let me see. Make sure. It's not charging held items. It should be charging worn items. Oh, we need to turn it on. So shift right click to turn it on, and then turn it off. So there we go. So now it's definitely working. And we'll use the power out of that. So that gives us over 1 million RF worth of charge just in this one, and we could easily upgrade this, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, these are so easy to upgrade and give you a lot of storage. A lot of storage. The only thing I'm wondering, is there anything else that could charge these items other than the energetic infuser? There's got to be a charger. I think, maybe not, because maybe it's disabled. I think applied it or actually Additions had a it does. Yeah, right here, Energizer. Okay, so yeah, we do have a little bit of a better one. And I'm sure there's others, but I think once you get this one upgraded, it should go pretty fast. Alright, so I think I want to work on getting some better power, because right now we do have some nice power, but we can go ahead and upgrade our power. Now, System has been working on some power stuff, but for just this little setup over here, I do want to boost the power, because this, the infuser uses a lot of power, the induction smelter, everything's going to start using more and more power. and we really just need another line of defense. So to do that, let's go ahead and pop on in here, and we should be able to do that. So I want to go with the, I guess, the Ender generator. So we have an Ender generator, and this should be completely sufficient for doing this. And I think we can make this, right? Are we missing anything? I didn't actually get it. Okay, so let's get 5 Ender pearls, 1 piece of obsidian. We need a furnace. Ah, that's what we're missing. For some reason, it's not showing me that I'm missing the furnace. There we go. Now it shows I'm missing all this stuff. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. We might have one of these? No. So yeah, I gotta go. The problem with getting the furnace is you gotta start all the way from the very beginning, including getting your first netherrack one. I'm gonna make a few of these. And then we can jump here. I think I have enough machine blocks, so I'm not worried about those. Yeah, I have 8 machine blocks. So that should be fine. We gotta upgrade our furnaces. There we go. And now we have the even better furnaces. And then we'll get the furnace generators. Right? What am I missing? It's so weird that sometimes it wants to work and sometimes it doesn't. Now it's saying I'm missing... Oh well, we did get a furnace generator, and that's all I needed to be able to make this. And bam, we have an Ender generator. So the Ender generator should produce sufficient power for us. We'll just pop this down here, and we should be able to throw some Ender pearls in there. Actually, I have... Oh, we'll go down. We'll go to the mob farm and get some. There's tons of Ender pearls down here, and they're honestly just getting voided off, so nobody's really using them, which is kind of ridiculous, kind of crazy. Okay. So now that that's done, we should be able to throw an Ender pearl in here, and we should get a lot more energy running through this system here. And this thing can hold quite a few, and I don't even need that many, to be honest. Like, this is going to run for quite a while, hold 100,000 RF, and if I ever want to boost it, I'll just pull these out. Honestly, it should probably go in here, and we'll just run these Ender pearls in here, and we're probably producing quite a few. I honestly don't know how much this is, but it's using 1 Ender pearl every 16 seconds, and I hope whenever it fills up that it doesn't consume more Ender pearls, because that would be kind of wasteful. I don't know if that's a thing, though. We'll find out. So hit max. Good. It's not using any Ender pearls. Okay, so it's perfect. And I'm liking that it stacks to 64 instead of 16. So we'll just make sure we keep some of those on us. And I'm really liking that stacking. So that pretty much beefs up our power generation over here. We have some ridiculous power gen going. And things should be a lot easier. I don't think that we're going to have any problems in the distance. But I am having an issue with this. You hear that ringing, that kind of ting noise? It may be very faint for you guys. Got to do the audio turned down pretty quiet. But get up here. Oh, I do notice this is already broken. So this became broken anyways, even though there's a redstone signal on it. Yeah, this is some bad news. So what it does is it breaks the gearbox when there's apparently a storm going on. And so right now there's some kind of storm happening in the Nether, even though we can't change that. And I think the only way to fix it is a server restart. So we're waiting on the server to restart before we really do anything. Oh wow, it looks like system just straight up demolished the water we had down here. Huh, that's all right. I'm not a fan of the water being over here anyways. And it needed to go anyways. It was kind of a mess. But yes, he is. Looks like he's creating a setup over here, which is kind of nice. He's got 2 cobblestone generators. He should probably upgrade them things, but it may be too powerful to honestly upgrade them where he's got them going. But But yeah, we're going to go ahead and pull up some more things to do in our thermal expansion, because that's kind of, I've been kind of the thermal expansion person. I would like to get some more upgrades. I have been working right here on getting Invar running. So I do have some Invar, and I'm storing it in these chests over here. Kind of got a little storage setup just of the things that I really need. So as you can see, I got quite a bit of Invar here. So the next thing that I really want to work on is getting some, take a look, Electrum. Yeah, I'm going to need a bunch of Electrum. So the Electrum ingot in the induction smelter should be, isn't it, silver and gold? Yeah, silver and gold in the induction smelter. I think I have some here, so gold, silver. Yes. And I can go ahead and get rid of these. I don't need them in there right now. I need this going, Electrum. And we're going to work on some more kits, because right now we have more power than we could possibly have, or possibly need at the moment. And we need to get more of those kits made. So to do that, we need the reinforced kit, which requires a silver gear and hardened glass. And get hardened glass, you need pulverized obsidian and lead, I think. Yeah, 4 pulverized obsidian, 1 lead equals hardened glass. So let's go ahead and get that. I know I have some obsidian. And this is all obsidian that I've obtained, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's still the same stuff. But as far as I know, we're supposed to be able to have access to obsidian. So I keep thinking that we're not, because it does say it in the pack, but Sheridan did say there's a way around that. But I don't know if that's going to be something that's going to be fixed. I don't know. I'm so confused on that issue. But on the skills, speaking of skills, and levels and stuff like that, and mining, I went ahead and got everything up to 30 at least, and that gives us the fledgling right here for everything. So I went through and I picked my skills. So this one right here, every 10 seconds, taking a fatal blow when your health is above 3 hearts will reduce you to half a heart instead of killing you. That's something that'd be really nice, just in case, even though everything in here would kill you. This right here unlocks the ability for Chorus Fruit to be used as a block's transmutation agent, which will transform some blocks into others. Which is kind of interesting. I wonder how that's going to go. This one actually gives me Road Walk. So what it does is it speeds up my walking on a path. So here's my normal walking speed, and my walking speed on a path. Why? Got a lot better. So what I did is I just made paths, because I made paths pretty much everywhere, because I'm sure everybody's going to eventually get this perk, and this is going to come in handy as them being able to walk around everywhere. I mean, I'm sure everybody's going to get their hands on a jetpack, but I mean, this really does help, and it helps you when you have your jetpack on too, because you get a speed boost. It's pretty nice. Alright, so since we're going to be working on these kits, eventually we're going to need to get Cryotheum. And I was looking at the ways to get Blizz Powder and to get Blizz and all that good stuff. And I'm not really seeing a great way of doing such, of getting Blizz Powder. The only way I can see it is taking a snowball with destabilized redstone. So we're gonna need some way to get a snowball, and to go there, I think there is. It may be disabled. No, it's here. The Glacial Precipitator. So this is going to be something that'll help us get snowballs and be pretty easy for us to do. So we'll be working towards that here in a minute. I think we have just about everything to be able to get that. And we can pop that in here real quick. It wouldn't take no time at all. Easy to craft up. Take our block of iron. And bam, machine frame. And I think we also take a look at that. The Glacial Precipitator requires a piston. So let's go ahead and get a piston. Anything else we need that we don't currently have? Yes, this guy. Alright. We already have the copper gears, so we should be good to go. Alright. Invar. Oh, always missing something. Always missing something. There we go. And we now have a glacial precipitator. Now this guy needs to go somewhere. But where shall we put it? I guess we could run another power line right here. We are kind of just bunching machines together, which is not the best situation ever. Somebody also told me, I guess you can shift click in the middle here and it gets rid of everything, which is actually really good. But what I could do is I could take a bucket now and fill this up with water. And it should just start making snowballs. So that's fairly easy to do. And actually really nice and really satisfying. So 28, that is plenty. And we can throw that in here. And this is going to start making some of that blizz powder. So we're going to get that going. That doesn't take too long at all. Also, another thing we need to worry about is niter. So if we go back to the kits, we're going to need to make this niter, or niter, which you can get from the pulverizer by taking redstone, or sandstone anyways, and you have a chance of, when you grind that down, of getting niter. So you pretty much grind it down basically in its own form. I don't know if there's a loss. Don't remember. There is a loss. Yes, there is a loss. But it's not that much, and we're going to start seeing that down here. So perfect. It's almost 50%. It's 40%, so there's going to be a good chance that we get one almost every single time. Alright, so we have Electrum, and we were working on getting some other things done. We do have this pulverized obsidian, along with this pulverized obsidian. And what we need to do is get some lead. And we're going to mix this stuff together, because we're going to need this indefinitely for the future. Because this is some, this is like one of the big gates of thermal expansion, is the hardened glass. And I mean, you pretty much have to get obsidian, but at this point, obsidian is so easy to obtain. Simply because you get a skill in your skill tree under mining that right here says highly increases the speed of obsidian mining while using a diamond pick. Honestly, it's while using any pick of diamond and higher level. So, I mean, it's incredibly fast. This pick, the cobalt pick, is incredibly fast at mining it. So, actually, we have 4 modifiers, and I have no modifiers on this thing. It's just unreal how fast that stuff builds up. But yes, look at that. We have all this stuff building up in here. It's doing a mighty fine job, I must say. And it's going to continue. I don't want to turn it into sand, or turn it into glass. System has been working on this. This looks like it's doing a pretty good job over here with the controller and everything, and we are getting all of these things that we'll definitely need over time. So we'll need sand, we'll need gravel, and eventually we'll be able to expand upon this and have different things set up so it's automatically sieving and doing things of that nature. It's pretty nice, actually. Okay. So speaking of kits, we have everything pretty much over here already set to hardened. Some of the main things. So the next step would be to get with some reinforce. So we do have the glass now, so we need silver gears. So we're going to need to take some silver. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to throw that inside this compactor and let this bad boy go. Now, how are we doing with power? I think we're doing great. This, of course, is going to run, but it's going to run very slow. It's not generating much power at all. This is doing the main, this is doing most of the work. And we could set a hopper or something here, so we can toss, ender pearls and stuff into it to keep it running, but right now I think this is doing mighty fine. Let's see. How are we doing here? So that's backed up. But I'm going to go ahead and make more. And just put it back in there. So it really doesn't matter when it comes to this, but we're getting exactly what we need to be able to get these upgrades going. Alright, there's our hardened. We're waiting on our silver. There's our silver gears. And what else do we need? We need the Electrum. So I think I have it on me. Yes, I do. So bam, we should be able to make this now. And not just one, we can make a couple of them. Let's make as many as we can possibly make, because we're going to need them all. And looky there, we now got the quest completed. Let's claim our loot chest. Let's pray and hope we get something really nice in this chest. We got beans. We got beans. Yes, we did. I don't really know a use for those right now because they do kind of extend pretty high up. But we did get some baked beans, along with some other beans. Well, that's kind of eh. But we did get a better reward. Yet we can upgrade our machines now, including this machine. So, I don't really know how much we need to increase the Magma Crucible and Fluid Transposer, but I guess it never hurts to have them upgraded. And then our furnace, I'm not too worried about that either, because we're really not using the furnace that much. Yeah, we pretty much upgraded all these machines now. So, this one should definitely be able to go faster, and we can also add augments to be able to increase the power as well. Now it does 140 RF per tick, and should speed things up just a little bit. Not that much, but there is some other augments for this machine. Alright. So speaking of augments, I want to see, is there anything that speeds up power? Increases output. Increases power generation. I want to see power output, not power generation. I'll have to look up and see. Allows for rechargeable items to be charged very rapidly. Okay. What only one specialization. Okay, so it's this one right here is the one that allows for rechargeable items to be charged very rapidly. Okay, so that Electrum Gear, I think we can easily make that. And see if that does change everything. If that's what I think it's going to do, then this is going to be perfect. I think we're missing silver plates. So silver plates, and it looks like some Electrum Gears. So we can get one Electrum Gear because we only need that one for right now. And we need two silver plates, not Electrum plates. Two silver plates. And I think we'll be able to make this thing. So there we go. Check to test this out. Do we have everything? Yes, we now have that. So that should allow for what it says. It says allows for allows for rechargeable items to be charged very rapidly. Is that true? So, done. Okay. So that is very true. It pretty much ignores this section, so yeah, that's a lifesaver right there. That is going to change the game, definitely. So that fixes everything. Well, I guess all we need to do is get into the Signalium, and I think we should be good. So I pretty much have everything to get started with making the Signalium. I need Cryothium, so I'm just going to need some redstone is really all I need, because I have pretty much everything else. So redstone, and we should be good to go, because totally have enough. Alright, I'm pretty sure I had a bunch of redstone. I did use a lot of redstone here, and I do have some more blocks setting in here, but I did make a ton of it. Actually made more than what we had currently in our system, so I am refilling our system back up. So that's not that big of a deal. But we are going to jump right on into this. Make some of this good stuff, and not get our diamond in there. Bam! And that gives us 52 of that stuff. So all we really need to now is to make these actual ingots. And this is where it's getting a little bit difficult. Alright, so let's see. Okay. I'm trying to see where exactly we're getting Signalium blend. Okay, so copper and silver. That's much better looking. So we're going to need copper, dust, and silver, or copper grit and silver grit. Pretty much. So we'll take some copper. And I thought I had some of this. I do have some silver already. So I really just need copper now. Get some copper ground up, and I'll be back whenever I get all that done. Alright, so we should be pretty much ready I do see over here, by the way, system is doing some kind of setup, so that way we will have access to dust as well now. Perfect. He was saying there's nothing for the auto, or nothing to make dust, and I recommend making the auto hammer for that. And that should help this little area over here. So that way we'll have access to all that good stuff, so we can go to Civ, or when we can go to make the automated stuff, we can go ahead and do that as well. So it'll be pretty nice to have that all automated. But let's go ahead and get to those upgrades, because he is going to need them, and I'm going to need them. Because a lot of his stuff is going along with that. So bam, we're going to get the Signalium Blend. Alright, so to use the Signalium Blend, how am I going to be able to get the ingots from them? Other than using Concentrated Hellfire. Because that does not look like a fun recipe. Because right now I can't even use the Concentrated Hellfire. So an Arc Furnace would be something. But we have not been focusing on the steel aspect right now. I could... Can I cast it? Cast it? I can cast it. Okay, so I can put... Can I put the blend into the smeltery? Let's see if that's disabled. Okay, so it is pretty slow, but I think it will cast. And if that's the case, this will be awesome. By the way, I do need to refill that. There we go. Let's take a look here. It is pretty slow going, but I think we need some coal. You know what? Let's just do blocks of coal. Why not? Perfect. And that should work. That way we can get these upgraded. Get that going a little bit faster. Right? So it gives us Signal it. Wait, whoa. It disappeared on me. Okay, so I'm not sure. So it went in here by accident. Okay, so that makes sense. It's like the ingot cast. And we got our ingot. Okay, so yeah, I want this turned off. I don't really turn that on. This one's not working, not going into the hopper, whereas this one is. So we're going to want to make sure that that is a thing. Turn that. I'll take the ingot cast out of this one. We don't really need the gear cast anymore, so we just need the ingot cast. And bam, yeah, I'm gonna do the Signalium Blend that way, because that seems to be the best way. Because we don't have access to the Hellfire stuff, or at least a lot of it as of right now. I do have some, but not that much of it. All right, so back to just getting more of it. It's really simple. Oh man, that is so loud. So bam, yeah, this is just a lengthy process of doing it like this. But I mean, it does get you somewhere. There is better ways of automating it. We really don't need to automate it right now. We only have 6 machines that we're working with. That's not that big of a deal. Especially when all this is going to get moved. Then that would be a good time to automate. I'm kind of curious as to what... I mean, I know what the end game is really we got to automate a lot of stuff. But I'm wondering how hard it's going to be to actually do that. I was looking at some of the in-game stuff, and you do get some creative things, which look kind of ridiculous, but it should be quite nice to actually get some of those creative things, like a creative mill and all that stuff. Didn't seem that hard, but it probably will get a lot harder. So we have 3 ingots here. So should be able to cast all of that out and get enough to make our first one. Perfect. So I'm fixing to be able to get our next one done. All right, so let's go back to the kits. And look, it looks like we need an Electrum gear, and I think I was working on Electrum gears. No, I only need one I only need one for right now, though. And that shouldn't take too long at all. I can actually get a speed upgrade on this guy before long. And look at this. We should be able to make this now. And there we go. Quest complete. So we got this one. And let's see what our loot chest gives us. It gives us a Paxil and some Inferium Essence. I'll take the Inferium Essence, because we'll be needing that later on. And bam. Perfect. So we do have the ability actually to probably move into some of this stuff eventually. I wonder how hard that would be to actually get into. Alright, so what should I use this on? So, we do have the compactor. That is something that's very inefficient and not the fastest machine in the world. This guy is pretty much already done, so we don't have to worry about him anymore. The pulverizer and I think the induction smelter is the only thing. So, we should be good to go. Well, if you guys enjoyed that episode, please remember to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And as always, thanks for watching.
Let's go!